Spanning 490,000 square meters on the Giza Plateau, the Grand Egyptian Museum, KIM, opened fully on November 4, 2025, after 23 years of construction, political upheavals, and a final $250 million sprint to finish. Built at a total cost exceeding $1.2 billion, financed through Japanese soft loans, Egyptian sovereign funds, and UNESCO grants, the museum is not merely a repository but a tectonic shift in how Egypt controls its narrative. Its translucent alabaster facade, quarried from the same Hattene veins used for pyramid casing stones 4,500 years ago, refracts sunlight into a soft golden haze, creating a visual bridge between the 21st century and the Old Kingdom. Inside, a 36-meter-tall colossus of Ramses II moved 400 meters in a 10-hour operation using a custom 800-ton crawler, stands beneath a 50-meter skylight that tracks the sun's path like an ancient solar calendar. The museum's climate system maintains 20 degrees Celsius and 40% humidity across 100,000 artifacts, using AI-driven microzones that adjust airflow in real time to prevent salt crystallization on limestone reliefs. The star exhibit remains Tutankhamun's complete 5,398-piece collection, displayed chronologically for the first time. Visitors walk through his life from childhood toys to the Golden Mask, with augmented reality overlays showing X-ray scans of his fractured skull and genetic disorders. A dedicated 7,000 square meters conservation lab, visible through glass walls, performs live restorations. Viewers watch pigment analysis under electron microscopes, turning scholarship into spectacle. The Khufu solar boat, reassembled from 1,224 cedar pieces after a $20 million relocation, floats in a humidity-controlled hall where motion sensors trigger subtle water ripples beneath it, simulating its original Nile journey. GEM's retail zone alone generates $3 million monthly from limited edition replicas, while its 4D cinema recreates the Battle of Kadesh with centimeters releasing frankincense and dust. By December 2025, daily attendance hit 22,000, with 68% international visitors staying an average of 4.8 hours, retention driven by interactive tombs where kids excavate virtual sand with haptic gloves. 45 kilometers east of Cairo's choking traffic lies the new administrative capital, NAC, a $58 billion experiment in state-planned futurism that began pouring concrete in 2015 and now houses 120,000 residents in its first phase. Covering 714 square kilometers, larger than Singapore, the city is designed for 6.5 million inhabitants by 2030, with 20 specialized districts including a diplomatic quarter, a fintech valley, and a 1.5 million superscript 2 Central Park dubbed the Green River that channels treated wastewater through cascading lagoons. The iconic tower, Africa's tallest at 393.8 meters, features a diamond-shaped crown inspired by the lotus scepter of Upper Egypt. Its triple-skin facade uses parametric louvers that open and close like camera apertures to reduce solar gain by 42%. A 102-kilometer driverless monorail, Africa's longest, links the NAC to Cairo in 35 minutes, with stations designed as vertical gardens irrigated by condensate from the train's air conditioning. Underground, a 40-kilometer utility tunnel houses fiber optics, chilled water pipes, and pneumatic waste tubes that suck garbage to a central recycling plant at 70 kilometers per hour. Viral drone footage of the empty boulevards at golden hour has garnered 42 million views, fueled by debates over whether the NAC is a visionary escape from Cairo's 22 million souls or an elite enclave where apartments start at $300,000. By late 2025, 38 government ministries relocated, cutting bureaucratic commute times by 68%, while the Misr Mosque, capacity 110,000, features a retractable roof that opens for Friday prayers under the stars. Construction employs 250,000 workers in rotating shifts, with AI-monitored helmets tracking fatigue via EG sensors. Accidents dropped 31% after implementation. On Egypt's north coast, 350 kilometers west of Alexandria, Ras El Hekma is transforming 52,000 fedans of barren coastline into a $35 billion smart resort city backed by a $22 billion UE investment in 2024. Phase 1, launched in July 2025, includes 7 hotels with 3,200 keys, a 12-kilometer beach promenade lined with bioluminescent algae tanks that glow turquoise at night, and the Mediterranean's largest marina, 1,200 berths capable of hosting megayachts up to 180 meters. The master plan by Skidmore, Owings, and Merrill divides the site into 12 neighborhoods, each with its own desalination plant producing 60,000 cubic meters of water daily via reverse osmosis powered by offshore wind kites. A 45-kilometer high-speed tram connects the city to a new international airport designed to handle 15 million passengers annually by 2030. Vertical farming towers, 40 stories tall, grow 1.2 million heads of lettuce yearly using aeroponics, reducing food imports by 15%. TikTok videos of construction cranes silhouetted against crimson sunsets have exceeded 28 million views, with influencers chartering helicopters to film infinity pools cantilevered over cliffs. The project's AI traffic system predicts congestion 30 minutes in advance using drone-mounted LiDAR, rerouting autonomous shuttles in real time. By 2025, 18,000 construction jobs boosted local wages 40%, though protests over land compensation briefly halted work in August. Underwater, an artificial reef made from 3D-printed ceramic modules has already attracted 42 fish species, turning dive tourism into a $180 million pre-opening revenue stream. Deep in Egypt's western desert, the Toshka project is resurrecting a 2,000-year-old dream of reclaiming the Sahara with a $9.4 billion irrigation megastructure. A 240-kilometer concrete-lined canal, the world's longest artificial river, diverts 5.5 billion cubic meters of Nile water annually from Lake Nasser to irrigate 540,000 acres of hyper-arid land. Satellite imagery from 2025 shows emerald rectangles of wheat and alfalfa where temperatures hit 52 degrees Celsius. Yields average 8.2 tons per hectare thanks to drip irrigation guided by soil moisture drones. The canal's 22 pumping stations, each powered by 40 megawatts solar arrays, lift water 54 meters uphill using Archimedes screws scaled to industrial size. A parallel 50-kilometer fiber optic spine enables remote sensing of 1.2 million sensors monitoring salinity and pests in real time. YouTube time-lapse of the canal filling for the first time in March 2025, water racing across bone-dry wadis, have surpassed 35 million views, captioned, "Egypt grows a new river." The project supports 12 agro-industrial zones producing export-grade citrus and dates, with a $1.1 billion fruit packing plant employing 8,000 workers under robotic sorting lines. Environmental safeguards include 15,000 acres of reforested buffer zones using treated wastewater, sequestering 120,000 tons of CO2 yearly. Critics highlight evaporation losses, estimated at 11%, but engineers counter with night flow scheduling and polymer canal liners that cut seepage by 94%. By 2026, Toshka aims to feed 10 million people, reducing Egypt's $18 billion food import bill. Launched in 2018 with a $23 billion budget, Egypt's national high-speed rail network now links Cairo to Alexandria, Aswan, and the Red Sea by 2025, with 2,000 kilometers of electrified track capable of 250 kilometers per hour. The flagship Cairo-Aswan line, inaugurated in October 2025, slashes a 12-hour journey to 4 hours 10 minutes using Siemens Valero trains with panoramic skylight roofs. Stations double as mixed-use hubs. Cairo's Adli Mansour terminal features a 120,000 square meters mall and 40-story office tower, while Luxor's platform sits atop an archaeological museum displaying artifacts unearthed during construction. The network consumes 1.8 TWh annually, offset by a dedicated 1.2 gigawatt solar farm in Benban, the world's largest. Viral onboard videos of trains overtaking camel caravans at 230 kilometers per hour have racked up 51 million views, with passengers live-streaming Nile sunsets from business-class pods. Trackside noise barriers are printed with QR codes linking to virtual tours of nearby temples, blending transit with tourism. By December 2025, daily ridership hit 180,000, with 92% on-time performance thanks to predictive maintenance using track-embedded fiber optics that detect microcracks 48 hours in advance. The Red Sea branch, opening in 2026, will serve new resorts in Hurghada, completing a triangle that moves 40 million passengers yearly and cuts domestic flight demand by 28%. Flanking the Suez Canal, the zone has expanded into a 461 square kilometers special economic zone with $25 billion invested since 2015, hosting 1,200 factories by 2025. 6 new ports, including East Port Said's automated container terminal, handle 45 million TEUs annually using 5G-controlled quay cranes that load ships in 18 hours flat. A 120 square kilometers industrial park in Ain Sokhna produces electric vehicles, with CTL's $1.4 billion battery gigafactory rolling out 600,000 units yearly. Hydrogen valleys powered by 2 gigawatts of offshore wind are piloting green ammonia exports to Europe, with the first 100,000-ton shipment departing in September 2025. Drone footage of container stacks forming perfect grids under floodlights has garnered 19 million views, captioned "The Canal That Moves the World." Tax-free incentives and 50-year land leases attracted $42 billion in FDI, creating 280,000 jobs, average salary $650 per month, triple the national norm. Underground, a 65-kilometer chilled water loop cools data centers hosting North Africa's largest cloud region, consuming 300 megawatts of renewable energy. The zone's AI customs platform clears cargo in 90 seconds, down from 12 days in 2014, boosting Egypt's GDP contribution to 7%. Spanning 37 square kilometers of desert near Aswan, Benban Solar Park, completed in phases through 2025, generates 1.8 gigawatts from 4.5 million photovoltaic panels, enough to power 1.2 million homes. Built at $2.1 billion by 32 international consortia, the park features bifacial panels that capture reflected light from white gravel beds, boosting output 12%. A centralized control room uses machine learning to predict dust storms 36 hours ahead, dispatching robotic cleaners that restore 98% efficiency overnight. Time-lapse videos of the site transforming from empty dunes to a glittering sea of blue silicon have exceeded 27 million views, often set to orchestral covers of ancient Egyptian hymns. The park feeds directly into the national grid via a 500 kV substation, stabilizing voltage for Upper Egypt's factories. Local Bedouin cooperatives earn $4 million annually leasing land, while a training academy has graduated 6,000 solar technicians, 70% women. By 2025, Benban displaced 2.8 million tons of CO2 yearly, anchoring Egypt's pledge for 42% renewables by 2035.